Okay, guys, welcome to What If Naruto was a girl, part 4. Where we last left off, they were Team 7 was about to get in a fight with a honorable member. Um, that honorable member, was Kakashi. So they all get in a defensive stance. Kakashi's like, I don't want to hurt you guys, but I'm going to need that photo back. And Naruto's like, yeah, we can't really do that. And they she throws a couple bombs down, and they all scatter and hide away. And Kakashi's like, this is gonna be a little interesting. So we're gonna cut to Naruto, Sasuke, and Hinata. And she's like, okay. Naruto speaks up. She's like, okay. This guy is Anbu. He might be a captain, depending on looking at his mask. He might be a captain, so we gotta keep our toes up. We can't engage him one-on-one, even how skilled we are. I think this test is to see how well we work as a team. So I have a plan. You follow me. They're like, okay. So they all scatter apart. And they all jump in. Naruto jumps in front of Kakashi. And Kakashi's like, oh, you're gonna plan to take me one-on-one? I know you're skilled, but there's no way you could defeat me. Sorry about that. And Naruto's like, well, we will see. And she summons 100 clones, and they all surround them. Right. And so what happens is they all charge at him, but Kakashi doesn't care. He just does flips and kicks and dispels all of them into like a huge smoke. He does a fireball jutsu and destroys all the clones. Except for there are 3 remaining. And then Naruto's like, no. And so one does a double backflip away, does his hand signs. And she's like, one clone's like, fireball jutsu. And then the one does wind style, wind bullet. And then another clone does water star, water bullet, and they all collide into each other, forming a hybrid of a fire, water, and wind, huge this combination attack. Usually those elements don't really combine too well, but with the water surrounding with the fire, let me rephrase this. With the wind increasing the fire, the water is not putting out the fire. So it all fires towards Kakashi. And it's coming from all sides, so he can't really dodge them all. So he does a substitution jutsu. And when all the jutsus collide, it becomes a huge steam. And Kakashi barely dodges it, but he does with a substitution, and he looks around. And he can't really see through the steam. And through the steam, That's how they get away. And Kashi's like, they're really good. They got me off guard with that combination attack. He's like, oh well, this is a picture. And he's like, I kind of know, have a guess on who wanted that picture. He's like, gets a sigh. And he's like, well, there's nothing I can do now. They're probably long gone. I could catch up to him, but nah. There's not really a point right now. So he just pulls out his book and starts walking back to headquarters. So we cut to Team 7 and they Russian they meet back up with Anko. And she's like, so did you get it? And Sasuke tosses her the picture. And he's like, wow, I didn't think you'd get it. I thought you would get clobbered. And they explain what happened. It's like, wow, Anko's like, wow, you show great teamwork. Man, I kind of lost my bet. And like, you betted they all scream at her. He's like, you betted against us? And she's like, yeah, you went against Kakashi. He was probably taking it easy on you guys. And she laughs. But she's like, well, a deal's a deal. I might have lost 100 Rio, but you guys are now official getting. Congratulations. We'll meet up tomorrow for more full missions. And Naruto and Hinata hug each other like, yes, we did it. Sasuke gives his cool little smirk. And they're like, what now? What do you guys want to do now? And Sasuke's like, well, I kind of want to go to bed. And dang it, sorry about that. So Sasuke just walks away. And Hinata is like, well, Naruto, do you want to get something to eat? And she's like, okay, what do you want to eat? He's like, how about some barbecue? And Naruto's like, okay, I'll go with you. But next time I get to choose where to eat. And Hinata's like, let me guess. Your favorite ramen stand? And Naruto's like, you know it. So they go have some barbecue, they talk, they laugh, they kind of bond more. And, feelings are starting to grow, but they're too shy to say anything. And so they hug each other goodbye, and then they go their separate ways. And as Naruto approaches her house, she sees the light still off, so she sighs like, thank you, I didn't really want to deal with my mom tonight. So she goes home, washes up, and then goes to sleep. So the next day, they meet up with Anko and start doing their first D-rank missions. And none of them are too happy about doing the D-rank missions. Like, Anko's a little happy because she's like, I haven't done D-rank in a long time. It's kind of relaxing. But the other the Genin trio are kind of like, this is really boring, and we kind of want to push our talents. So after the 10th time, they caught the stupid cat Tora for the wife of the Daimyo. Sasuke and says like Lord Fifth with all due respect. I think with our skills we can do a sea rank mission. And Iruka's like, you've only been again in the team for a month. These D ranks are supposed to help you build teamwork. And Christian's like kind of still not looking at Naruto. She looks at quickly at Anko trying to change the subject. And she's like, Anko, do you believe your team's ready for a C rank? And Anko's like, yes, we are. Lord 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 Fifth. And she's like, oh, very well. Send him in. And this is Tazna, the stick. He's like drunk and he's slurring his words like he's like, this is the team you get to protect me. I don't know. He's like those two look like they can't even protect themselves, and he points to Naruto and Hinata. And Naruto's like does a respectful bow. He's like, I assure you, we are more than strong enough to protect you. He's like, I have been trained since I was little. And Hinata and Sasuke here are both clan heads of powerful clans. And Tazuna is like, I don't know. And Naoko also picks up is like, you paid for a C rank mission, and if you want a higher mission, you gotta pay for a higher rank mission. Tazuna's like, no, you guys will do. And they get their reports of what to do from Kishina is to protect the bridge builder until the bridge is done. And they all head out to the outside the village. And Alco's like, yes, finally. I get to be outside the village. She whispers this to herself, so away from my mother for a little bit. And it picks that up a little bit, but doesn't say anything. So as they're walking, they run across the Demon Brothers puddle, and Naruto wants to mess around for a little bit. He's like, oh, cool, a puddle. I always wanted to do this. And she runs up and jumps in the puddle. And as she does that, she destroys the illusion for the puddle. So it forces the Demon Brothers to jump out and attack the Tazna. But Naruto and Hinata and Anko were ready. So they take them down easily. And Anko is like, oh, these two are the Demon Brothers, eh? Kind of didn't live up to your reputation. You kind of got taken down with by some getting. But she kind of gives them a death glare and interrogates them. And he's like, what are you guys here for? It's like, we're not going to tell you anything. And Alco's like, oh, really? And he's like, give me 5 minutes tops. And then she drags both of them into a bush. You hear screaming. She walks out with both of them still tied up. Like mumbling to herself, like, we're sorry, we won't say anything. And Uncle was like, "Okay, let's go. We could head back because this just turned into a big ring mission, or we could press forward." And they decided to press forward, and that's where we're going to leave off. Where they're pressing forward to the mission. So next time, they are going to the land of waves proper this time. Thank you so much for listening. I hate saying this, but if you like this, please subscribe. And also, I'm gonna have a like goal for this video. So if I could get 5 likes, I will upload part 5 the next day. And well, what I mean is I will post the part 5 the day I get 5 likes. So if I get 5 likes earlier, part 5 will come up. And thank you guys for listening. Sorry this one was also short. It's kind of really tired. So if this is my best work, I apologize, and I promise to do better. Thank you guys for listening, and have a good night.